Hey folks, we're here. This is a very special video with my beautiful friend here from Brazil, and she's going to tell us a little about the location here in beautiful Brazil.
Bom, meu nome é Joana Carvahlo, eu sou atriz, moro aqui em Florianópolis e a gente está na Praia dos Ingleses, bem no canto esquerdo, onde tem o Morro das Feiticeiras. É um local lindo e à tarde sempre venta bastante, geralmente o vento sul, que a gente fala por aqui. Espero que vocês gostem, a gente vai fazer umas fotos bem bacanas aqui.
Wow, I hope you understood that. I didn't understand a thing.
Florianopolis is amazing for photography. I love working with people, and environmental portraiture in a place like this is just heaven. One of the challenges I gave myself on this shoot was to, of course, capture Joanina. She's a great actress here in Florianopolis, so it's easy to work with her. She's really willing to do whatever it takes to get a great shot. But another thing I want to do is really take into account the environment. This particular location is one of my favorite spots in the world. It really offers so many creative possibilities that it seems you can never run out of ideas. As you can see here, I want to include as much of the location as possible. I guess it's what you would call environmental portrait. Of course, having a great assistant helps. One who knows about fashion. I can't help but to have fun in a situation like this because it's just amazing. I decided to shoot everything on my 24-70 millimeter lens. Of course, it's super versatile, and for environmental portraits, you can't go wrong. One of the things about posing you may have noticed is that I'm really into yoga, and I study yoga quite a bit. So I have some kind of influence from yoga with my poses for the models, which I think can be a great thing because it gives a certain inspiration to them, so they're not just floating around and searching for poses. I think it's nice to show people what you're doing, to give them confidence, to let them know that they're doing great, they're looking great in the photos. That's really important, I think. Interaction is really nice, and I prefer that than to just be shooting in silence. big part of working at the beach with the sea is waiting for the right moment when the water interacts with the person in the shot or whatever scene you're trying to photograph. The water is an integral part of the photo, especially if you want to capture reflections and things like that. It's great to have a model who is patient with that process. And of course, trying different angles, vertical, horizontal, until that perfect moment magically appears. On this shoot, I'm lucky enough to have a great assistant, wardrobe manager, and stylist all in one person. It really is a load off my mind when I'm trying to figure out shots and scope out the exact angles of everything that I want to capture. One thing that I really love in poses is that if the person somehow fits with the environment. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm obsessed with opposites. So let's say a person is sitting in one direction. I like to have the face in the opposite direction as well as the shoulders, so that I get this S kind of effect, and how it flows with the background I like very much. I have to say, I really love working with a flip out screen. It saves me from having to dive into the dirt, or the sand in this case. I'm willing to do it, of course, but it helps me a lot with control of the camera. And of course, if water, like in this case, comes into the scene very high, then the camera is safe. The exotic location and the heat really lent itself to what we were trying to do this day. And although it was very overcast, I liked it very much because the light was just perfect for what I was trying to do. I love working with models in these situations that can understand what I'm trying to do and work with me to reach those goals. always, when you're working in public, there are uninvited guests running through your shot, as you see here. But it can also be refreshing. This can bring a very natural moment for the person you're working with. And if you can get that moment into the camera, it's great. Tethering the camera to a computer, I really like to let the people see what's going on, as I mentioned before, so it helps them loosen up and become less inhibited. This can lead to more creative possibilities and things we may have never thought of with poses and different kinds of shots. I'm also not afraid to go in the water or wherever the person I'm shooting is. I think it's important to get in that moment with them, follow them, make them feel at ease that I'm doing the same thing they are. The most important thing is to capture that moment. It can be a beautiful thing. When it works, it's amazing.
Anyway, we got some great shots today, and I'd like to thank everybody here at the shoot. Praia Ingleses, no? Ingleses,
Sim, ingleses.
And we're going to do a little goodbye speech in Portuguese this time.
Muito obrigada, eu quero te agradecer pelas fotos. E essa praia maravilhosa é em Florianópolis, ingleses.
See you soon. Peace.